going to film this much later into the month, like end of the month, but I felt like I should film it now because I know myself I'm going to forget, and then the whole point of this video is just lost. And yes, I'm in a bonnet because I couldn't care less to get ready. Like, I wanted to do a get ready with me where I talk about what I'm about to talk about, but I was just like, nah. I like literally, my makeup basket is here, but I lost all interest in actually doing my makeup because I look good. Like, I don't need to stress myself out trying to do something I don't want to do. I will do a get ready with me vlog some other time, but for now, let's just talk. I've been enjoying doing talking videos, but I think I will release a vlog before this video comes out just so that you guys don't kill me. So today I'm going to be talking about 2023. Like what this whole year has been, what this year has taught me, what this year could teach you, you know, just a few things like that. So like everybody, I think everybody made a resolution at the beginning of the year. I also did, but I can't remember what my resolution was because I filmed a video of myself saying it. I didn't write it down. And I don't want to watch that video till the 1st of 2024 because I think specifically in the video, I told myself not to watch the video. And also, like, I just feel it's going to be better. And just to make myself not to feel bad, because I feel like if I watch the video, I'm just going to beat myself down for everything I didn't do. So I'm not going to do that. But I wrote a few things I wanted to talk about. Oh, it's so bright. Yeah, I wrote a few things I wanted to talk about today. First things on the list that I feel like I have learned in 2023 is that depression doesn't last forever. And this is something that it took me a long time to figure out, not because I didn't know that depression doesn't last forever, but because I centered myself around it so much that it was very hard for me to differentiate between when I'm genuinely happy and when I'm like borderline depressed. And because I've been a people pleaser for a very long time, I think I found it very hard to tell people when I'm depressed, or you find yourself trying so hard to hide when you're sad, like when you're down. So then you isolate, and the whole cycle of what I already spoke about in my anxiety video. But I think I just one day like really sat down, like, you know what? Depression is not cute. And like, even as much as in the Bible, it's also there that you can't be depressed. But I feel like I just sat down one day, I was like, I'm done with this. Like once in a while I fall back into like feeling sad and feeling, but I still just remind myself like it's not forever, it's going to pass. And I think that's just the best thing. Just know that if you're depressed right now, it's going to pass, and I feel like you're gonna feel better. Second thing I learned was gratitude is very important, because not because I'm not grateful, but because I think sometimes you just take some things for granted and you feel like these things are meant to happen, and you don't realize that you're no more saying thank you for these things. Like you're no more excited about them and no more like thanking God for things that He has done for you. Because this year, I know I always say this year has been a year, but it's like the only way I can actually describe what this year has been. It has been from one thing to another thing to another thing, and knowing that this year is supposed to be the year that I am the most celebrated, I'm the most like, I'm happy for the devil to try so hard to make this year not that, it's crazy. So I just find myself being very grateful to God for everything that He had done for me at every point in my life. So yeah, gratitude is like the topmost thing that I'm very, very, very like excited for, that I learned in this year. Number 3, I wrote, just because you didn't complete your New Year's resolution doesn't mean you can't keep going. Because I've noticed that whenever you start a new year's resolution and you quit like very early, you believe that the only way you can start it again is the beginning of next year. But we have to remember that January is just another day. Like, let's see what day in the week of January 1st is. Monday. Like, it's just another Monday. So we need to stop waiting for that January 1st before you continue what you're supposed to do. Like, for example, if you said you're going to work out from January 1st and then into February you've given up on working and you're like, you know what, it's a new resolution, so I'll start again next year. I think it doesn't make any sense. And I have fallen victim of that so many times, because you start something and you'll be like, next year I can't. So I think we should just remember that January 1st is just another Monday. To some people, it's not even a new year yet. So we need to just do what we say we're going to do and stop beating around the bush and finding an excuse not to do them. I think that's the only way I can explain. Because if you're just going to keep getting sad. If you keep waiting for the beginning of the year before you can do anything, you're going to keep getting sad. Then number 4. My number 4 is friendship is not for everybody. And I feel like I'm very qualified to say this, because friendship this year has taught me a lot of lessons. Because if there's one thing, like, you can insult me, berate me, tell me all the evil things I've done in my life, but if there's one thing you cannot talk down to me about, is being a good friend. Because I can drop a relationship for my friendships. Like, I take my friendship very seriously. I think sometimes too seriously. So you can't tell me I'm a bad friend. But I have experienced so many people be bad to me this year. And I just sat down and like, you know what? It is not a me problem. It is a them problem. Because if they don't know how to be good friends, I don't know why I have to suffer for them not being good people. Like, you don't know how to just... Like, I'm not saying you should stay out of my business, because you're my friend. I feel like you should be in my business. But sometimes, like, they don't know how to differentiate between people that really care for them and people that... Because I don't know why you be treating me like somebody that hates you, or like you hate me, basically. So I think it's just figure out that friendship is not for everybody. Not everybody should be your friend. And I think this world will be a better place for you, because I figured that out and I tightened my circle so tight, so I am fine. But it took me a lot of time to get to this point where I can say that I am fine, because like there's a lot of crying, a lot of just being depressed. Because why should somebody you've been friends with, let me say 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, decide one day that they don't value you enough or they don't like you enough? Like, it is very messed up. But I had to realize that very late, so it was really sad. Like, I think I figured this all out like July. Like, that's how sad like it was. So yeah. Number 5, form bonds with your siblings is really important. So this year I won't say became really like closer to my siblings. I would just say that I started nourishing the bonds I have with them. That's the way to explain it. For example, like me and my brother, we don't really talk every day. I feel like we talk like 3 times a month, but that's just how he is. Like, when he's ready to talk, he'll call you just for a very long time, and then you go on another long break. But I'm always informed of like everything going on in his life. But for my sister, we talk every day. The days we don't talk, it's very noticeable that we didn't speak. And I think like building that connection with them is really important. Like, as a firstborn, for me though, like, it's very, very important for me to just have these connections with my siblings, because like they're your for lifers. Like, if you don't take them very seriously, literally, like anything could happen, and they're the ones that really have your back because they're blood. Like, they're the only ones that really respect the bonds you guys have. So I think it's really important to build the bonds, like feed the bonds you have with your siblings. Talk to them, connect with them, ask them questions. Like, me and my sister started doing Bible study together, and it has been really good because it just gives you an insight into the people that you love, people that grew up with you. Like, these are people that know everything about you because you're family. Like, I feel like it's just really important to connect and form those bonds and feed those bonds that you have with your siblings, because no matter what, they're the ones that will have your back no matter what. So I think it's just something I learned this year, and I feel like it's important for everybody that you should feed the bonds you have with your siblings, connect with them. It doesn't matter if you're the last born, if you're the first born, if you're the middle child. Just number 6, respect your parents, but also know your boundaries. Healthy boundaries are very important. I wrote healthy boundaries are very important, so nobody will say, oh, boundaries. But we know how our parents can be, especially African parents. Like, sometimes I don't think they realize when they're just adding to the trauma you're experiencing. Like, they don't realize it. So I think it's very important for us to have like boundaries and know when to say, okay, Dad, I'm done with this conversation, I'm sorry, but I feel like having this conversation with you is just hurting my heart and I have to go. Like, I think it's very important to know when to say that, because you just keep getting hot and you don't even realize. It's not much later in life you'll be like, somebody's trying to love you and you can't love the person the way they want to be loved because nobody respected your boundaries enough to love you the same way. So you don't know how to give that love when you did not receive that love. So I think it's just important for you to, especially now, like when we're much older, like from 18, 19, it's just important to know yourself enough that you can separate like respecting and loving your parents from allowing them to hurt you. Why? Sorry. Like, you can separate the both, because I just it can be like, I love both my parents so much, but sometimes I just feel like I have to say, okay, I'm not talking to these people, I'm not talking to them for a while because I just need to heal. Like, I just need to heal because my heart is hurt, you understand? And if we keep like, I don't know, I just feel if we don't know how to separate the, you know, like, if you don't know how to separate respecting them and like not feeding into your trauma, because if you don't separate it, you're just going to end up hating them, and we shouldn't hate our parents, right? So if you're able to separate it, it's going to be so much easier for you to love them at a distance. Like, they don't have to be in your face, you don't have to be in their face. Like, it's just going to be beautiful love, but just from the side. Like, you can always love people from a distance. I think that's also acceptable. Like, no, like, even though, yeah, I think we can love people from a distance. Like, if they are actively hurting you, you can love people from a distance. Then number 8, whatever your talent is, like whatever talent you have, master it. So I say this because, oh, this is funny. Yesterday, early, like 1 a.m. this morning, I was having my quiet time, and the Bible verse was Matthew 25. Like, that's funny that I thought Genesis, but it was Matthew 25, and it was I'm going to find it. It was okay, I can't find it. Let me just open the whole Bible. Okay, so it was Matthew 25, and it was talking about the talents, where God gave, like Jesus gave, or rather, the kingdom of heaven, it's like a man that gave his servants I think 5, 2, and 1, and then 5. The one that had 5 mastered his talents, reproduced from those talents. The one that had 2 did the same, but the one that had 1 was selfish and he buried it and didn't do anything with it, and he was cast away. So I think that should be a perfect, like, I don't know, example why it's very important to master the talents God have given you. Like, if you know something you're really good at, that is not a sin, guys. Like, I think I have to very much emphasize that. Like, if you know something you're good at, that it's a good thing. Like, literally anything that is good, I think you should master it. Like, for me, I feel like I'm good at cooking, so I cook a lot and I try to learn new recipes. Like, now I've been craving learning how to make lasagna and I want to try it, even though I'm very, very, very against cheese, but I've been seeing it a lot and I want to learn how to make it. So I feel like if you know there's something you know how to do, you should. Even the paint by number I do whenever I feel depressed, it's something I've grown to love and I'm going to keep doing it. Like, I hope wherever I travel to after I leave here, they have those available. Like, whatever it is, I know how to make hair. Like, I'm in so much pain right now. I was going to say this because yesterday I did this hair. We started from like 10 a.m. and finished around 1. And I was really shocked at myself. Like, sometimes I surprise myself. So my body feels like I worked out. So, but I think if you know something you can do, master it, do something with it, make money off it. Like, whatever it is that you really enjoy doing, I think it's really smart to master it. And we're going into a new year, so this is a year where, guys, like, I feel like we shouldn't have any excuse for financial downfall, or like not having money. Because if you have, like, people that have so many talents that they could do a lot with and are not doing anything with it, it's just shocking to me, honestly. But yeah, if you have a talent, use it, master it. Even hobbies can become talents, guys. Like, something that you enjoy doing in your free time might as well be your talent if you know how to do it well. Final thing, because this video has gone too long now. The last thing is, life is short, so live it, but still be mindful of how you live it. Because I know we keep saying YOLO everywhere, but don't go and YOLO the one that when God comes, you cannot account for literally anything you've done. But life is short, so I think take risks, go on adventures, travel, like whatever it is that your heart actually desires, as far as it goes in that line with the will of God. I think it's a good idea to try it. Because me now, I have so many plans that I want to do, and I know that by the grace of God, if it's in the will of God, I will end up doing them. But sometimes I just get very scared. Like, I don't know, I think I seek approval for a lot of things. Like, if, for example, now I want to do something, and if I ask 2 or 3 friends and they're like, I will not do that thing, and I think that's not a good thing. But I'm going to start doing more. Like, this final week now, if I'm able to do a few activities, I will actually enjoy that. I know sometimes I'm like, it may be hard to do those things if I'm going to do them alone, but now I'm just like, you know what, if people don't value me enough to make time, I think I shouldn't beat myself up. It's going to be fine regardless. So I don't know, I'm just going to do what I can and allow God to do the rest, because there's going to be a lot of crying in his presence, a lot of doing what I can. And I'm excited for 2024, because I know it's a year where I'm going to be 24. Let's start from there, because I'm a 2000 baby. I moved with the year. It's also going to be a year where I have to make a lot of decisions myself. Like, I'm no more hiding behind the banner of school. Like, no more hiding behind, oh, after school I'll do that. Oh, after school, like, I'm going to be thrown into my real life. So I think I'm really excited for what that has to offer me, and for me to see like this is live. Like I'm really excited. And I'm really excited for my YouTube, because you guys, I started this YouTube channel this year, like when May. I started this YouTube channel in May. I serious, and I have gone this far. For somebody that has social anxiety, I think I've done pretty well, and I want to keep going because I don't want to allow. I feel like God really has a plan for this channel. I may not know what it fully is yet, but I'm going to keep praying about it. So I don't want to, shift from that. I'm just going to keep being diligent, even though there's a very high chance the whole of January I'm not posting anything. But I promise, not like I'm disappearing. I may post shorts here and there, but for vlogs I want to post them in February, not January, because everything that has to do with January I want it to be public after I've already done them. So I'm really excited for what 2024 has to offer. And this year I think you guys should look through your New Year resolutions and see, but what did you not do, and just leave them in and add new ones. Don't put too much pressure on yourself, because that's when you end up not doing anything. So yeah, I hope this next year is as beautiful as it's meant to be, because I know it's going to be beautiful for me. I love you guys, and Happy New Year. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.